Gotta get a few things sorted here. What's going on, guys? Repositioned. This thing is not. I have to rework this thing every time I use it. It's funny. It's right on there. I gotta turn all this stuff on. Oh, buddy. What are y'all up to? Whew. I'm gonna use my headphones, I think. It's pretty close. What's going on, guys? Case Gibson. Let's see what I got going on here. I got this going. There we go. I got a little something you can hear. Thanks. I like it too. I didn't like it at first, but it's going on Kashi Asif. I didn't like it at first because of the color. I was like, it's a little wine red, but then I was like, oh no, I actually like it. I started wearing it. It looks better. I have a couple other ones that are this just plain. What's up, Hector? You were in here the other night, I believe. Greetings as well. I'm just messing around. I'm gonna be a little more deliberate on some of my patching. So, get this thing in tune first. What are y'all up to? Hector. I'm just gonna mess around. You're gonna hang out, talk, whatever. I'm gonna try and come up with something a little more like subtle and evolving and whatever I got going on. So I figured I'd hang out, patch for maybe 45 minutes, an hour, and hang out. So right now you can hear this guy going. he's hanging out. All right. So we're going to I don't know. I've been messing with the Nautilus lately, so I think we're gonna patch it. First, actually, no. We'll see. Cables. Go blue. Tangerine Dream. What is Tangerine Dream? Is that gosh, is that like one of the early synth albums by someone? I'm not up on my. Oh no, yeah, it is. We'll get this going on here in a second. All right, we're gonna come out of here. We're gonna go to the. I'm gonna do this. Belgrade. Then there. Now I'll get to here. There it is. It's gonna sound a little bigger. Start getting some textures from that delay. I think I'm gonna hook this guy up. So I'm gonna hook this guy up. I think we're gonna run it through a VCA. Kraftwerk. Kaya Hey, I don't know what that is. What are you up to? I'm just it's super early in the morning here, so I'm just chilling. So, okay, so we're gonna go here. Oh, I gotta add one record. Come out of here. I'll come into here. I should have titled this patch from scratch because it's not the most interesting, but it's fun to. I mean, for me, it's fun. It's probably not fun to watch, but. Now we got to come out of here. Go back to here. Doesn't make any sense. Should be an envelope, right? So just a trigger, right? It's an envelope. No? And apparently I misunderstand how this works. So let's go send. This should be a gate though, right? Okay, I don't know. Maybe not. Then we would do it as a trigger. To trig this guy. Which is a gate. Oh no, which is a 0, 2. I should be able to hit that, right? There we go. Should be able to hit this. Have a trig. Even though if your fingers aren't wet, moist, whatever, doesn't really work well. So we'll okay, so I think what we need to do is clock the Turing machine. Oh, we gotta reset this. Go and reset that. We will clock the Turing machine. And hello, Jarcoco? Make the sound. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Got to trig this. We're going to start with trigging it here. And then we're going to run the out to the volt per octave of this. So it should give us a kind of quirky. Right? Can you hear that? Yeah, it's a little quirky. Yeah, it should pitch. It's who's Gerald? Okay, then I think what we'll do is we'll clock this guy. No, maybe we'll clock it. I don't ever know. I think we'll maybe try. Let's try and clock this guy. Tempo. No, run mouse. See what that does. Should slow it down a little bit. Should get it syncopated. And then what we'll do is we'll try a couple of different ones of these. Let's see what we got going on. Well, that's fun. out. Hurrell. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw you. I looked at my followers and I saw you on there. Is it Jurel or Jarell? Okay, Jarell. Okay, probably Jarell, not. I think. Yeah. All right, so that's got that going on. I don't need to. Do this. Let's try this guy. Yeah, I think it's working. That's okay. That's good. Okay. Now I feel like we need to get something else going on. So we need to maybe get some filtering. So let's pull this guy. And let's take these guys, put them in here. This should give us a filtering effect. Come on. Oh, I got to do out. Well, this is totally working. Well, I'm not getting highs. Let's try and pull just from. Let's pull this from here and see what we got. Yeah, this should be a little better than that. Are you gonna make me hook it up? If you because you ask. Turn on low. Only because you ask, Dr. Coomer. That sounds silly. Oh, this is acting all weird. Should be getting more highs than that. Maybe easier. I don't know, that's weird. And I don't know why that's acting so strange. Well, we just have to problem solve it. This should sound normal, right? It's normal, right? Okay, why does this not sound normal? That's what I can't figure out. Output into there. I'm gonna go from here, some to left input. Strange. Maybe it needs both. Oh, for some reason. It's so weird. It's like it's tricked in. It's like it's stuck in a weird state. That's what I don't. That's what I don't understand. Why it's not working. So it never does this. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I feel like an idiot here. All right, we're gonna try something different. We're just gonna do raw input from the proven and the here and see what's going on. It's like it's not getting anything. That is so strange. Well, I might have a dead. My module may be dead or something. No idea. That should be outputting. Okay. Oh, no. Something was glitched. That's weird. Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that. What's going on, guys? I don't know why I was stuck in like a weird state. Let's see if this fixes it. You guys know it's working. I don't understand. Okay, let's try this. No. There we go. Okay, that's working right fine. Are you trying to contact the aliens? Some mornings I am. What's going on, John? How you doing? You've been here before. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm just messing around right now. I figured I'd hang out for a bit. And I don't know. I don't know. It's early. It's super early. I haven't had any coffee either. I may do something a little different with the random pitches, but right now I'm trying to get some sounds. Okay, so that's working. All right, now. It's all kind of sync. It's all coming. Yeah. All right, so I think I need something like really low and static. I think we're going to do this out of here. Into there. And I think we'll do low pass. Please pray for my shameless aunt and her wicked heart. What's going on, Stevie? Well, I slept for a bit. Before I go back to sleep for a bit. I mean, don't we all have a covert narcissist in our life? Thanks. I'm trying to, yeah, I'm just messing around right now, but I'm I don't know. I think about sounds all day, so. Okay, so I don't know what, let's see. Maybe we can get this going. It's gonna sound kind of weird, I think. Okay. I thought you should put up some sound clips on shorts so people can remix them. I wish. I mean, yeah, I think I think I'm gonna try to do like I think all the shorts I do now for the next like few weeks, like let's say 10 shorts or something, they're all gonna be kind of sound effects. So they'll be like, I don't know, like I'm just working on something like spatial now, you know. So like you get this. Yeah. And you get, yeah. So I think I'm gonna work on just strictly sound effects, sort of, or ambient kind of like drone-y things that you could use easily in like a, I don't know, short film or clip, or you know, something that someone could grab. And especially because if it's a drone, you can kind of link them together or like overlap the audio so that they be continuous. And so I don't know, I'm going to try to not do melodic stuff for a little bit, because I could easily just tap into I easily just go into like doing some melodic thing, and it's like, you know, melodic's fun, but I gotta do a little bit of weirdness here and there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I think if I out of there, I'm gonna do a send to a delay so I can get a little more spatial stuff. Turn. Okay, so we got going. Send that. We got that one sent. So this should get big. This is the uh, this is the modular synth, um, telephone connection service. Yeah, you see, what's his name? I don't know where he's at in England, but look, no computer. At his museum, he has like a telephone connection, like bank, and it's pretty insane. Yeah, it's a modular synth. So right now I'm just doing sound effects. So I'm trying to come up with like spacey like sound. You can do like melodic things, but right now I'm just trying to come up with sort of spacey sounds. So when I have this to trig my opens up the volume essentially. So what's going on? Yeah, it is. Space is water. Yeah, that's why like this. I have this delay. It's called the Nautilus, and it has like seaweeds on it. And so like whenever you like it's a very particular kind of delay, like delay reverb or whatever. And so like it does sound like if I hook the my I'll hook this guy up. We'll clock it too. Um, if you if you change the mix really quickly, it sounds like your ear is going below water. Like something about it is like gives that muffled sound. So it's pretty cool for that kind of effect. Let's clock it. And then I guess we'll do X to mix. Turn mix. We'll turn it to the middle. That one down. So it should when I hit this. Trying to think. X is, yeah. That should be no mix. Do all the way it should. There we go. And it should like be kind of funky. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell on that one, but No, it's not a Morse code machine. Right now I'm just doing sound. I'm making. This is a modular. I'm just making sound effects. Oh, are you, Stevie? I think you're the only one with original jokes that ever pops in. Everyone's like, same old nonsense. It's like, man, it's weird. It's weird. You see this exact same like jokes, and then you pop in here, and you're like, I don't know what that means. Yeah, there it kind of goes. You're gonna hear it. I should real quick. And then bring in the hive. That's fun. You guys, man, you guys just give me new words to put on my block list. I put 6-7 on my block list, but you guys are figuring out ways around it. Oh, buddy, message held for review. You guys are getting spicy. You guys. I mean, what was it last night? I mean, I could just, gosh, I like quickly had to just, I was like, so many words I have to block. Like, why you keep saying that? Binary stuff. You just spell out all the notes you're doing in binary. 1-0-1 or whatever, like A, G, G flat, or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So that's working ish. So now I need something else. So I think I'm going to I'm gonna get funky. I think I'm gonna mix out to this and get real weird. So, so we're gonna do. Come on, go on. I don't think I've ever used this out before. I think we're going to do that. Let's go to here. I don't know which order. Then we're going to go to. Man, guys. No. I don't know what's. I don't. Why do y'all keep saying that? Happy whatever day. I don't understand. Sorry if I Sorry if I'm out of the loop on whatever's going on, but I feel like I'm definitely out of something. I think we'll do that. What we're doing. Maybe we will do that to I don't know, left, then low pass to right. Then we'll return it. These guys. Bro, okay. "22 months? That sounds horrific. Okay, we're getting some audio there. So let's switch the mix to these outs. Let's just do raw to these. Well, that's funky. Faux show. Let's try this one. Buddy boy. Good, that's not working. That's working. Okay, let's do this. Take these out. That's funny. Okay. Acoustic version. I did have thought. Have you ever seen the? I can't remember who makes them, but they're basically like these resonant chambers with speakers inside of them that they'll use in recording studios to capture like different styles of audio. And then they do resonant chambers with like gongs in them, and the gongs will resonate at different frequencies. And then they have mics set up, and then you can get like kind of quadraphonic stuff going on through the different elements of like these like weird speakers. If you watch the just type in, it's like, yeah, Hans Zimmer Dune, like where he talks about it, and him and some of the artists go through how they recorded it. Yeah, it is a gong in a box. It has a cutout for the gong, but inside it's got like it's like a birch box with speakers, and it makes the gong resonate in a certain way. It's almost like a speaker, and so like you can basically take electronic instruments and acoustify them in a way. And so I've thought about building my own versions of those because they're there's one company that makes like an expressive controller. It's like you basically touch it and you can has pressure sensitivity, and then you can raise and lower. You guys, oh, let's talk politics at 4 a.m. or whatever. I don't even know who that is, but I'm assuming it's political. Politics, politics, politics. Okay, that's better. So let's we may take this and route it into the delay. That may be the solution. I think so. So I think what we'll do is we'll take the data bender and we will route it into the delay. I don't know. Is it like some of the Grammys? I don't know. I have zero idea. I literally have like when it comes to news and stuff or anything. I have no idea. I can look it up. Let's look it up. I know who, so I know who Audrey Horne is. Do you know who Audrey Horne is? Can you tell me? Tell me, who is Audrey Horne? Bush. We I don't understand why it's holding some of these messages, but they're not I mean, they're not cassette tapes of it. Golly. I don't know. Yeah. What? Yeah. No idea. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it's like some Indian. Is it some Native American guy standing at the podium? Because I got like. Yeah, I got nothing. But I know who Audrey Horne is. You know who Audrey Horne is? She's cool. Sarcastic scoundrel. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as sarcastic. Let's slow it down. Okay, I should be getting something. Actually, gotta send it out too. There we go. Okay, there we go. get some weirdness with those. We'll do this. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Now we're getting there. Okay, Phil's obviously. Pick up the dead. You mean raise the dead? There we go. Okay, that's good. That's cool. That's cool. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on. Man, that's eerie. Dude. Oh me. Talk ing. What? You guys gotta type coherently if you want me to see your messages. Oil up. I don't even know. I don't even know. So just, I never liked Superman. Is that odd? I remember watching as a kid with my dad and being like, "This is so, this is so lame." I like, yeah, because we watched like James Bond and stuff, and I was like, James Bond's like sleeping with all the hussies. He's got a like every kind of get cool gadget, and and whatever. And then I'm like, Superman, like, I mean, he wears tights. James Bond has a suit. Like, how can that even compare? So yeah, but I mean, at least his phone boxes don't get bigger, do they? I mean, at least the like Doctor Who's phone box got bigger, even when he got dressed in it, right? So I mean, I don't know. Doctor Who can at least can Superman time travel? I guess he has to spin real fast, but Doctor Who just he gets in his box and waves his electric screwdriver and voila. And he wears a suit too, like a normal gentleman. Just kidding. Golly. I like it when a patch goes like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I just press the button. Actually, I know what's going on. I can't. There's some harmonics I don't know where they're coming from. If I ask you this. Golly. Is the weird, deep philosophical questions, are they just as bad as the like Jesus spammers? Sounds like intro to 80s horror. Yeah, it's gotten kind of dissonant. Like I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, it may be coming from the. I guess it's coming from the data bender, but it's adding extra harmonic content. I don't know what it's quite doing. So it's adding in, I think, octaves maybe, but octaves and fifths. I don't know. It's. You gonna turn it up? Get some extra harmonic content. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna this. So I think what I'm gonna. So I uploaded. If you go to my profile, I've uploaded several things. If you follow the links, that are audio files. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix in like newer and older stuff. So I can get higher quality and some older things that are because like sometimes I go back and revisit stuff and I'm like I have no idea how I made that sound. Yeah, this one. Well, you have a key. This isn't a keyboard, but this one's cool. This one's. It's not a keyboard. I wish it was a keyboard. I wish you could set trigs to be, but it's like it looks like a keyboard on a like spaceship. But you can't use it as a keyboard, which stinks. At least I don't know how. At least I don't know how. It's a sequencer. But yeah, we're just hanging out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mix in old and new. So I think I'm gonna do like a whole set of sound. Like I'm gonna patch a couple things up, do a whole set of sound effects. So like from this, I can get probably 3 or 4 like variations of sound effects. Yeah. So I don't know. It's also one of those things where I have it where I like it, so I don't want to mess with it. Like, okay, this is it. So I need to like record. I probably already need to record some stuff, which I actually can. I'll just do that right now. I'll have that on. Sorry, I was trying to look at something. Um, yeah, we got snow. It wasn't too bad. Um, Man is holding a ton of messages tonight. People must be going nuts on here. Yeah, so we got last weekend was ice storm. So that was one we were worried about because we don't like it mixes. So what we had is like we got super cold air and then we had super warm air and they came up and met. And so we got rain and then we got snow mix. And so the ice built up on everything. It was just sheets of ice everywhere. Like I got a hill beside the street. All the neighborhood kids came out. And I mean, it was just a sheet of ice, and they could just sled like as fast as they could down to the bottom of the street. And and so we got hit by that, but it wasn't bad. It didn't like it got warm in the middle of the night for some reason, and so it melted all the ice off the trees, and so it didn't end up dropping a bunch of it didn't end up dropping a bunch of limbs on power lines and stuff like we were worried about, which usually happens because we have a huge canopy here. We don't have they do they've preserved tons and tons of trees where I live, not clear cut. So that's sort of the big worry. But then last weekend, we got hit by snow. I think it was like 6 inches of snow. No, this is Georgia. Right. And so, yeah, so we got like 3 inches of snow and then it started to melt. And then it's kept snowing and then we got 3 more inches of snow, but then it packed down. So there was kind of like a icy layer at the bottom. And then there was like 3 or 4 inches of snow on top of that. It was, yeah, for where I'm at in Georgia, that's extremely unusual. But yeah, we had fun. I mean, all like it's fun because like everyone's kind of stuck, but then you see like all the neighborhood kids come out and go out and play in it. And we go out and make snowmen and sled and enjoy it. And it kind of is one of those weird things where like you see your neighbors for the first time because everyone's just stuck because the roads are frozen. Because like where we get it, it gets enough melt early on and then cold enough at night to where like all the roads freeze over. And there's like in our specific area, there's not like a ton of not a ton of infrastructure to handle that kind of can spoken local. Have you ever yeah, so when I was a kid, my dad actually managed the cable office. So like they had a studio for like public access TV. Bro, it was so interesting. Like all if you can go back and find like there's a couple of good channels on YouTube that are like found footage, and they'll be like public access shows, and it'll be like just some of the just most interesting things, and then you realize like like people like prank calling the public access shows. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so y'all don't get. I mean, because like y'all don't get um y'all get cold weather, but y'all don't get like snow. Like y'all don't get snow because we don't. I mean, we don't. Yeah, I watched one and it was like so it was these. It was like a. I think it was. It might have been a British show. It was a public access, and they were talking about dogs, and they had like a guest visitor from America, and people kept calling the show and being like, "This show's total shit," da 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 da, da. And they're like these just nice old ladies, and they have no idea what to do with the calls, and people just keep spamming them with like bad calls, and it's pretty funny. I don't know. I watched that the other night. And I was like, oh, this is next level, like fun because public access was like, I don't know, man. Back in the day, like okay, so I'll tell you a story. I had a friend. He tried to get me a job at the local public access station, and then also simultaneously I would have been managing the readouts from all the radio towers in the area, and I was just like, I didn't want this job, um, and so I didn't do it, and um, so I didn't do it, but it turns out that like a bunch of guys I grew up with end up working for this guy, and they made really good money like doing all the tower work and everything, and and I should have just skipped college and gone and worked for this guy and like managed all his towers, and I would like I'd be way more successful than I am now because he owned like a series of radio stations in the southeast, and like I just had no idea. I'm just like, if I would have been, I was 20, if I'd have just been like, yeah, sure, I'll do this, like I could have like made a career at a young age and like gone and just done whatever I wanted because I don't know. It was an interesting, some of those things you look back on and you're like, oh, I wasn't too bright. So I think these are the sounds that when people think of modular, like this is the kind of sounds people think of. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't realize the guy, and I was because I was on like I don't know, maybe it was on Facebook or something the other day, and a picture of like someone I knew related to him popped up, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, golly, like literally like three guys I used to hang out with in high school. They all work for this. They all work for this guy, and they like had great jobs and careers, and they like worked for a small business, and it was like super good for them, and they made good money, and and had like they had to travel around a little bit, but it's a kind of free. It was kind of a good job, but whatever. I got what I got now, and it works. Had to go this morning. They were like, "Oh, go check on X, Y, and Z." I was like, "Okay, I'll go check on that." But then I was like, "Oh, I got kind of tied up till after lunch," and then I go and check on it, and it was like pipes had burst and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, I should have come over here first thing." Like, oh gosh, why didn't I come over here first thing? Of course, these pipes burst, and there's water everywhere. You live and learn, though. Oh man, it's been fun. I didn't plan on no, no, no. So like it's like because you got to make like a million phone call or not a million. You got to make a few phone calls and get it all sorted because you got just stuff. But it's not as bad. So at least it wasn't in a building. I've seen it happen before where we so like there'll be a building that's vacant that doesn't have a tenant yet, and so all the power got shut off, and then it's waiting to be transitioned into someone else's name, and so all the power and heat and everything got shut off, and then we get like an Arctic blast, and then all the pipes are in the ceiling, and then they burst, and then before the new tenant comes in, it's just absolutely wrecked. So it just water damage out the wazoo, and of course you got to redo all the drywall and all that stuff. Because so like, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I've had like more than like four people tell me like, oh yeah, the Chinese are in America manipulating the weather, and that's why the last 4 years we've had polar vortices like punch through and come like all the way down south and like just wreck like our infrastructure. And I'm like, well, if I were coming up with a plan, that would be one of the like slow calculating decisions of like wearing something down. Not that I think it is, but I like they are doing weather manipulation significantly. And after that like Texas flood, those dudes went on. Yeah, that's right. That's the right word, right? Polar vortex, polar vortices. So four would be plural, so vortices would be plural, right? 4 years in a row, polar vortices. So yeah, like that when that Texas flood happened, those dudes doing weather manipulation stuff went on like a podcast tour, like trying to defend weather manipulation after they drowned all those kids in the freaking um, yeah, you really got to learn to write your messages better. Golly, I don't know. Maybe what was it? Someone told me. They said, if you aren't getting trolled, you're not doing it right. So I guess I'm doing it right because I've been getting trolled all night. Yesterday, what do you think about the blah blah blah? What do you think about this? And it's like, sorry. story. What do I think about the what? What do I think about the what? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, AI is like, oh, how do we? Let's, yeah, it's like a glitches and it like it's like ejaculating across the internet. Shouldn't you be sculpting some mashed potatoes? It is. It's just like, it's like. So what happens is, I mean, this is my theory. So, I think that like about half the people that like exist are actually controlled by like the amplification of our phones. So like, I think our phones are basically like a way in which like you can kind of have this chaotic operating system uploaded into lots of people, and then you have just masses of people becoming NPCs without even knowing it. Um, that's a good one. Asmund, no, yeah, I'm Asmund Uranium. Let's say I don't know. Yeah, he has red hair, and his hair's thinner than mine. It's not as coarse, and I have a full head of hair. He has a thinning head of hair. I have a full head of fucking hair. Asmongold can't compete with my fucking head of hair. So go to hell with your Asmongold shit. Asmon thinning sits behind a screen too much. Doesn't touch grass. Okay. He has a white t-shirt, green t-shirt. Yeah, and mine I have a black t-shirt with a cat on it, an origami cat. That's cool. Bro, yeah, y'all should see some of these comments I'm having to hide tonight, man. They're like, they're going hard. It's freaking fake. Have you ever seen those guys, like the gold influencers on here? I like the gym guys, the guys that are like diamond specialists that analyze diamonds and like do jewelry work. They're pretty cool. But then some of the gold guys are like, bro, tell me how much this gold's worth. I'm gonna weigh it out. I'm gonna give you $50,000 if you blah blah blah. And there are people in like New York that don't know who the guy is, even though he's like all over the internet. And they're like, all right, I think I've reached the. I don't know. I think I've reached the point where I need to. AI Tai Chi adverts. Okay, so I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about Tai Chi. Um, I was chatting with a guy today. So there's a property that I have to go to do stuff on, and and I was talking to a guy that is also out there and manages some stuff, and he's like, dude, he's like, I don't know what was going on. He's like, it was like 6 months ago. There was a guy out here with a battery, like a car battery, doing Tai Chi. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he had that car battery and he was like doing Tai Chi moves with it. And I was like, and he's like, and then he left it out here. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he was on that rock over there doing Tai Chi with a battery. And I was just like, That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. Where's my money? All right, I think I've got it where I want it, so I can manipulate like 5 different things and get a variety of sounds. So I think we're gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna go get ready for the day. Actually, I may. No, well, that's what that's the joke. The other guy made. He's like, I think he was like, he was tuned in, but he wasn't tuned. I can't remember what the joke was. It was a good one, but yeah, he was. It was. I was like, okay, that's strange because it's like if you know the place, you're like, what was anybody out here doing, like Tai Chi? Like it just doesn't make any sense. But we were talking about the randomness of like the people we'll see that kind of like stumble on the property, and it's like, yeah, there's some weirdness. Faux show. Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm probably about to dip out here because I got stuff to do. Go take a little rest and then get ready for the day. It's nice chatting. I didn't plan on streaming tonight. I was like, I had a bunch of other crap to do. I listed some stuff on eBay, listened to some stuff on Reverb. Um, I got to sell some crap because I got piles of. You saw it last night, Stevie. I got piles of just junk sitting around. That was, it's fun. I collected. I got good stuff out of some of the stuff. So, yes, sir. I got some of that done earlier. Cleaned up and straightened up a little bit, and gotta go get ready for the day. But anyways, hope y'all have a good day, good work day, whatever y'all are doing. Stay groovy. Something. Peace.